Request repair.
Copy.
Request rearming.
Copy. Rearming complete.
Ariti Sweat. Worcestershire.
Hello, Riti. Yeah, I was just on the other screen, so you weren't seeing much. Flying in DCS in my Spitfire. I'll be taking off soon, if you're still there, Riti. I guess Ariti Sweat has gone. Is that Ariti Sweat back or what? Are you there? Who's watching? Okay, I believe I've got a YouTube viewer, but I don't know for sure. Ariti was there. Are you still there, Ariti Sweat? Well, whoever's there, I hope you enjoy what you see. And hear, to be honest. If you have the facility to drop a note, drop a message in the chat, please do. Say hello. It doesn't cost anything and there's no commitment.
Synfcon_1200. Damn, that sound is so good.
It is, isn't it, Sam? I totally agree. I just love to leave the canopy open, to be honest, because it sounds so nice. but I know we're supposed to close it at the right times. Obviously we leave it open for takeoff and landing in case they got that boiker sound. Okay, I'll take off. I'm doing other things on the other screen at the moment, but that can wait. I'll take off. You'll have to get one, Sam. You have to get a Spitfire and get this Echo 19 sound. I've also downloaded something called Core by E19. Is that right? I'm not even dead sure what Core does. I think it's to do with all the other sounds within DCS.
_1200. Now I am good for now. I got my first ace in the game for today.
Oh, okay. I wish I could bring the sound of the messages. I wish I could bring that level up. I'm not sure that I can. Right, close control. Set properly. Turn on your sight and enable the guns.
_1200. Compared to your voice, the game is very loud.
Okay, I'm not sure why that would be. There is something I can check, so once again stand by. Okay, I'll just creep up on the mic a bit. Is that any better?
_1200. It's not easy to understand you when the any game is running.
Okay, I'll just hug the mic a bit better.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. I'll just hug onto the mic a little bit better.
_1200. It's better now.
Okay, great, thank you. Always high.
_1200. I will start storming now and fly some more axis on Normandy.
Normandy, yeah, actually I could do that. I could add in a Normandy. I could do what I want tonight because Laxor's doing other things this weekend, so he can't fly. So I could load up a Normandy mission as well on this. Not everyone's got it, that's why we tend to use the Caucasus.
_1200. You are missing some Vedas music in your stream.
Well, I can see why you say that, but put it this way, when I fly, if I want to see the aircraft better, but pilots didn't have that facility. They weren't even issued with binoculars. They could take them, and some might have done, but they couldn't do it. So I tend not to do that, and they didn't have badass music either. So on my stream, what you're going to get is as close as I can get to reality. So I'm hitting him at point blank with 20mm, and they aren't doing much. But he's hit my engine controls. Yeah, engine's died. Fortunately, I should be close enough to be able to land.
Senfcon underscore 1200. Allied against Allied is not working that good.
No, but it's all that could be done. Laxo wanted to put bombers on there, but the only bombers that he was able to put on is the A-20s. So maybe that will change in the future. At the moment, we're just stuck with what it is. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any bombers to go for. Gear going down.
Senfcon underscore 1200. Or you take a German plane against it.
Oh, that would mean not flying the Spit, wouldn't it, Sam? Now come on. Right, so they shot my engine up and killed that. Have I still got
underscore
braking,
1200? Yes, of course. Who wouldn't like to fly a German beast?
I like to see someone else flying them. You do a good job with them, but I just want to fly the Spit. I just love the Spit, so I'm not that worried. I mean, I probably will do the 109 just occasionally, and I'd have to buy the 190 because I haven't got that yet. So, but that's maybe down the line. If I was that bothered, I would have bought it by now, wouldn't I? I'm in the middle of the runway. Good job there's no one else here because I can't move out the way. Got no engine.
Underscore 1200. 109 is the best to start.
Yeah, which I have, and I've flown it a few times, but I don't get the same buzz from it. I get a buzz from flying the Spit, but I don't get the same buzz from flying a 109. Great to see them going over, yeah. Great to be buzzed by them, and the 190s, great, love it. But in terms of flying it, I want to be in one of these. Let's get repaired.
Request repair.
Copy.
Request rearming.
Copy.
Symphcon underscore 1200. Okay, I get it. I would not betray my country either.
No, it's not. It's not even just that. I just love the Spitfire. I just think it's the most beautiful aircraft, and it has its negatives. Of course, it does. What aircraft doesn't? They're all going to have
Symphcon
some.
underscore 1200. I am just
No,
kidding.
but you could be
Major
right.
Coop 23.
It could just
This
be.
looks sick.
Rearming
Symphcon
complete.
underscore 1200.
It could just be.
PogChamp.
Not sure what that means. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it could be that I'm just going for like my national aircraft, but it's not. I think I'd be stuck with a Spit wherever I came from. Stuck on the Spit, I suppose I should say. I am stuck on it. It's a lovely aircraft. Okay, so I'm going to get repaired. I'm getting rearmed. What do we look like? I'm not actually seeing much, if any, damage to the
Major
engine.
Coop 23. Getting into some action.
Hello, Major Coop. Yeah, I will be once I've repaired. I just made an attack on an enemy bomber, and the gunner made a mess of me. I got him, but the gunner made a mess of me. So, and I came in. I had to land with the zero engine. I had to glide in because he hit my engine, so that the engine died.
Major Coop 23. Dang, I missed it.
Well, you can scroll back on the stream at some point, I suppose. Let's get my flaps up and get ready for takeoff once I'm repaired. See, I landed in a bit of a rush because I didn't open my canopy, which I should have. Canopy open for landing and takeoff in a Spit anyway. Right, flaps are up. Let's adjust me trim for takeoff. Okay, I'm repaired. I must be rearmed because rearming takes a lot less time than repairing. I just want to check my other screen for a minute. Bear with me.
Major Coop 23. Have you flown before in real life?
I've had only a couple of fun lessons in a Piper Cherokee. The second one was for about an hour, and I had control of the aircraft for about 80 minutes, or 80%, not 80 minutes. For about 80% of that time, I had control, which quite surprised me. In fact, when we came into land, I still had control when we were above the threshold of the runway by about just 20 feet. And when I spoke to the instructor afterwards, I said to him, you know, I thought you were going to take control.
You look like you know
earlier.
what you're doing.
But he said, well, I do to some degree. He said, no, you're doing okay. I didn't need to take control. So, yeah. But the thing is, in DCS, I don't know if you do DCS, Major, but in DCS, if you can do it in here, you can do it in a real one, basically, like starting the engine, etc. It's real. Do you fly DCS, Major?
Major Coop 23. I have just started.
Ah, well, great. You could join us on this server at some point if you wanted to. It's an easygoing server. There's no fuss. No, not too serious.
1200. I thought you were going to say yes. Back in 1943 the Krauts launched a V1 rocket at London and me and the boys.
I'm not quite that old, Senf. Not quite.
Major Coop 23. What's the server called?
The server is... hang on. Bill Lagland 2. And you'll need information to get in on it.
1200. Bill Lagland.
Thanks, Senf.
Senfcon _ 1200. 2.
Yeah, so that's Bill Lagland
Major
2.
Coop 23. I'd love to check it out.
Yeah, and what aircraft have you got in DCS at the moment, Major? Senfcon will say you've got to have the German aircraft. Oh, you've got F-16. See, the jets don't really do it for me. I like the Warbirds, the big fan at the front there. Look, I like these. I get a good feeling from these. So I would highly recommend the Spit. If you join this server on a weekend where we're all here, we like to help each other.
Just wanted something fast.
Fast in terms of not soon, but flies fast, goes quickly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Being fast is fine, but it doesn't have the same feel to me. A jet engine is just, or the jet aircraft to me, are a bit. I know they go fast, they make sonic booms, they're very powerful, but somehow just less interesting.
I'm learning, haha.
Okay, well the thing is, don't forget you can use the TF-51. You get that free.
1200. Type Bill in the search bar and put this password in. Lag 1066. Major Coop 23. I do have that.
We don't normally put the password on the S7 because it's normally kept more private, as it were, but oh well. You have the TF-51. Now the thing is, on this mission now, in the past, up until very recently...
1200. Come on, who is going to join?
I don't know. It's just a case of protocol, really. Yeah, the TF-51 up until this point in time, up until very recently, couldn't do much. It could just fly around. But now, this mission has the facility to mark units that are not yet shown on the map. So you fly around, you find a unit that's shooting at you, is not marked on the map, you can mark it on the map for everybody else.
200. You can kick everyone you don't want.
Oh, I don't have to go through that.
Major Coop 23. Ha, I definitely will be.
Definitely will be what, Major? I'm mixing the conversations up now. What will you definitely be? Joining?
Major Coop 23. Joining the server.
Okay, well it's up now. You've got the info.
23.
If you want to join it, yeah,
yes.
Jump in. Jump in. So you can use the TF-51 just to go and mark things.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Now on this server, I will point out we can do dogfighting against each other, and Senf will be able to confirm this. Only by common consent do we go shooting at each other. So we don't shoot at each other normally. We have to agree that we're going to go somewhere and have a dogfight, rather than just creeping up on someone and shooting them down. That's one of the rules of the server. There's not that many rules. It's very easy going.
Major Coop 23.
Fun.
That's awesome.
Is your name in DCS the same as it is in Twitch, Major?
Major Coop 23. We ready for takeoff. Major Coop 23.
Oh, hang on. So,
And no.
what are you... What's your name in this then? Hang on, I'm looking through. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing you as having joined. So what's your name in DCS?
Major Coop 23. I haven't joined yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said you were ready for takeoff. Right. I thought that meant that you'd joined. Okay. Not to worry. Whereabouts on the planet are you, Major? What country are you in?
Major Coop 23. I'm loading it up now.
Excellent.
Major Coop 23. And I'm in the United States.
Well, looky here. Okay. Welcome, sir. Are you sort of west, mid, or east USA? Another point I'd make...
Major Coop 23.
Oh, Texas. Okay.
Texas.
Another point I'd make in DCS, if you're not already aware, is we tend to talk to each other on the aircraft radio. We used to use, up until fairly recently, we used to use Discord, but that's less realistic. So we use the aircraft radio now, and the frequency that we generally
Major
use
Coop
is 124.
I'll need to learn.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, that's partly what we're here for. We know we help each other to do stuff. If someone jumps into an aircraft that they're not familiar with and someone else is, we give a lending hand where we can. Give a lending hand? I mean, we lend a helping hand. Okay, I was going to hang on until you get in. Oh, potato. So potatoes in a MiG-29.
Major Coop 23. I'll just watch for now. My DCS is acting up.
Okay, yeah, I mean it can take some resource at times. I tend, in certain aircraft, I tend to get in like the Mosquito. I tend to get in and just let it all settle down for a little while. So I might as well get my engine started, take off, and just fly around a bit if you're not in yet. If you were in, I would have come and buzzed you, because that's another thing we like to do and we like to have done. You know, it's great when you're sitting there and all of a sudden someone like 7th comes hurtling past, maybe upside down, at high speed, low altitude, very close, and buzzes you. It's just really nice. So, Major, if you notice, in the center of the screen right now, in that blue bit of sky, there's a red like reticle. That's the marker reticle. And what we do is we fly, and if there's a target, say where my cross is, Oh, I can't do it because the cross will move about. Where this thing here, if that's a target, we get that on it like that. We hit the left mouse button and it marks that target. And although it wasn't on the map before, it then shows on the map for other people. Right, I think I've done what I need to do. I'll get started. I have the trouble when I talk, I'm terrible. I just forget to do stuff, including start the engine. Now that's fascinating. This might be the repair glitch that we sometimes get. I'm pressing my booster and start buttons and they're not, hang on, they're going in but the engine's not turning over. Now that, sometimes when you get repaired, for some reason it doesn't repair you properly, it leaves you broken in some way. And this is what's happened here, because when I'm pressing my buttons to start the engine, as you can see, those two buttons there, if you can look at the screen, those two buttons are being depressed, but the engine isn't turning over. So that's a repair glitch. So after all that, I'll jump out and get a new aircraft. So this will be a complete start up from scratch, as opposed to a start up after repair. Well, in that case, after a faulty repair. Major, do you want me to talk through the startup of a Spitfire? Because you're going to have to get one.
Major
Right,
Coop
I'll
23.
put my lights on.
Yes.
Okay, I'll talk through it. Right, the first thing I need to do is put my brake on, because otherwise on a start up the engine will get pulled forward. And then I'll put my prop pitch fully fine, that's fully forward. I'll now nudge my throttle forward so that it catches this little switch under here, which I could click, but I could do it with the throttle. And that will turn on the power to give me indicator, my gear indicator. Right, I'll now put my fuel pump on. You might hear it, but it's very quiet. I can't hear it. Open the fuel cock, which is in the center there. And put my magnetos on. Now I'll prime the engine. The engine's cold, so I'll give it 5 pumps. If I'd just been repaired, I'd only give it 3. Okay, crack the throttle. Push the 2 buttons that I need to on my keyboard, and when it starts catching, I'll throw this lever forward. I've got a button on the back of my throttle for that, and the engine will be running. And after all that, I didn't do the usual thing of putting my lights on, panel lights. And the even more important thing of opening up those covers, because nothing's going to happen with those covers there. I'll now set my altimeter to 0 on this airfield. I don't know if I should, but that's what I do. And I'll set my nose down trim to 1 division of nose down, and then I'll set my rudder trim to put a double D just past the 12 o'clock mark. Okay. Ready to roll, so I'll taxi. Now to taxi in a Spitfire, I don't know if you're aware, Spitfire doesn't have toe brakes. I can tilt my toes forward, it does nothing. So what you have to do in a Spitfire, you've got one brake lever, this one. It works like a bike brake, but with a bike brake, when you let go, it springs back to its normal position. Not so in this, only because, it does in a Spitfire, but on my unit here, this lever that I'm pointing at doesn't have a spring on it, so when I put it forward, it stays forward, the brake is on. So, brake on, yeah, so to turn left in a Spitfire, you give it left rudder and apply some braking, and that puts braking on the left wheel only. That's 71 and then 190 by the sounds of it. And likewise to turn right, it's right rudder and give it some braking on the right wheel only. If you leave it central, if you leave the rudder pedal central, when you put braking on, it applies braking to both wheels. And just because it's fun, and because I always do, under here there's 3 blobs. I wonder if you know what they are for. And also I'll mention the fact that this here is a Morse code key, and if I set these switches right, when I jump out, using a key on my keyboard, I can simulate moving that Morse code key. The whole point being that if my radio got shot up, I could still communicate with the rest of the section via Morse code. Right, I haven't set my radio yet.
Major Coop 23. I'm stuck on some kind of helicopter pad.
Yeah, that's what you get when you don't select an aircraft, I guess. Can you select an aircraft? Can you select your aircraft of choice or a TF-51? I think it's simply because you haven't selected an aircraft. Or if you can go to the map, find me in the Spitfire, click on it and hit F2, that will follow me if you want to do that. So I'm going to start rolling. I'll start taxiing using the method I just said with rudder and brake and throttle. And I'm trying to show this, but for you to see it, I have to look down, and for me to know where I'm going, I've got to kind of eyes up as well. So it's head down, eyes up. The sound I've got on my Spitfire, by the way, Major, is not the DCS sound. I've downloaded it from something called Echo 19, and I think it's brilliant. It's a lovely, lovely sound. I think it's better than a DCS sound. I think it's more likely to be accurate. So, just coming into there, that's a 109. Right, being as I've talked through the startup, I'll talk briefly through the takeoff. Now for takeoff, I've already set the nose down trim to 1 division nose down. Once I'm airborne, I'll change that to 1 division of nose up. And to actually do the takeoff, I'm going to go stick back, full right aileron, throttle up so that I've got about 8 boost on this gauge here. Let the stick come forward, and then as the nose drops, watch for the speed, and at about 85-90 miles an hour, or a bit higher if I'm not looking, I'll rotate to take off. Then it's gear up. I'll adjust my trim on here to give 1 division of nose up, and set my RPM, set my prop pitch to give 2,700 RPM, because it will be at about 3,000 at that time. And I close my canopy, which I should do, but I love the sound of this engine with it open. Close the canopy, and then I can turn on my sight and make my guns ready. This little pit here. Right, I'll break off and away I'll go. Let's put the pilot in place. Okay, here we go. Stick back, pull right, aileron, throttle up. Dancing on the rudder pedals as we go. Rotate, gear up, adjust trim. And I might not be adjusting trim at the right time. It could be you don't do that once you're in level flight, but it means I'm not fighting with the stick too soon. And set my prop pitch. Close my camera. I'm going to try and go and mark some target. So that's marked those targets. Probably the same ones that were already marked, but never mind. But what I'm going to do, those targets I just marked are passive. I'm going to go for there's some BTRs on the bridge. I'm going to go for them because they will shoot back at me. So that's a bit more of a challenge. I'm going to go in hard and fast, so full prop pitch and push the throttle up. They'll start with throwing up, there it comes, chasers. Oh wow, I've got all 4, that's nice. There's also some infantry in that sort of region, which carries some dangerous stuff for us, so you have to kind of get in and get out quick. Took some damage from something, I don't know if I took it from the BTRs or from the infantry. I'm going to fly past a bunch of targets here. I'll probably mark them. I'll now go and attack those targets. They should be showing on the map now. There they are. And that's something that can be done now in the TF-51. So the TF-51 has a function now. Instead of just flying and not be able to do anything, it can have the function of finding and marking targets. Good, I only got one. Oh. We're now scattered, so it will be more individual targets to some degree. I might be able to line up on a few that are in a line. Through, so that was alright. I see Goose is in as well. Hello Goose, if you can hear me. I'll put my radio on and talk to it if I can. Yeah, Goose copy. Goose copy.
Come Jack.
Thank you. I was using my wrong push to talk. I'm actually really just testing. I've got something called Core from Echo 19, and I think it just enhances the general game sounds. Stand by. Yeah, copy. Once again, I was using the wrong button. I've got tonight. I'm also testing something called Core from Echo 19, which I believe just enhances the general game sounds as opposed to just my Spitfire, which is also an Echo 19 piece. So say again.
Do you know the guy in the front foot?
Oh, I still can't get that. Hold on, I'll just try and bring them back down my other sounds. Okay, try again.
There we go.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's alright. I thought I'd lost my engine, but I didn't have DCS as the focus screen, so it wasn't responding to my throttle. Major, did you manage to sort yourself out there with what you can see? Unknown player who turned to spectators. I'm assuming that could be Major. So you were stuck on a helipad. Did you manage to get away from that and observe other aircraft? I can see the convoy has respawned, so I'm going to mark it.
Cold 1, tally over at also 0444 160.
That's it, they're now on the map. If I attack them, I don't know what I've got left in the way, I don't know. Where to? Okay, I'm RTV. I've marked the new position of the respawned convoy. I pushed the wrong button. He couldn't hear that. I'll do it again. I've marked the position of the respawned convoy. Gear down. Flaps. Didn't open my canopy. Oh, and I've got to click to get my green cross back. Yellow cross. Thought it sounded odd when I landed, and that's because the canopy was closed. I should have opened it before I landed. I put the prop pitch fully fine, but I didn't open the canopy. Right, I'm not going to trust the damage I've got there, so I'm going to get repaired. And I'm using voice attack for this. I'm not touching keyboards.
Request rearming.
Copy.
Once again, I'm using voice attack just to get the ground crew and get them to do what I want.
Request repair.
Rearming complete.
Why hasn't he acknowledged my request for
Mazda, in
repair?
field. 1, 2. Request takeoff. Request repair.
Copy.
Okay, got it that time. I'm going to be on the other screen for a second, so that's why you're getting this view. So I'm looking at the screen to my left. Major Coop, are you still with us? Okay, I'm repaired, rearmed. I've got my flaps up. I've reset my nose down trim, ready for takeoff. So let's wind it up. Just 3 pumps because the engine's going to be warm. Crack the throttle. Am I clear for takeoff, folks? Well, it looks like I must be clear for takeoff. There's no one else around, so I'll go. The others probably aren't on radio. That's Goose over there. With one little quarter light. There's Goose sitting there. I should go buzz Goose really. I'm returning to the convoy. engine controls at your time. So that'll be another repair. I only got 2 units out of that lot. Engine get repaired again. That's probably Goose flexing his muscles.
Wasn't aiming at you. I finally got my cannon to work, so I'm happy.
Request repair. Copy.
Excellent. Cannon makes a big difference, especially with that straight through the nose.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Right, I wasn't actually expecting to fly tonight. I'm only flying because
Refueling complete.
I wanted to try out this. I've got a thing called Core from Echo 19. You've got a bomb on there. I don't know if you realise, Goose. Assuming that is Goose. Yeah, so really I just wanted to check this core, which I believe is enhancements of the general DCS sounds. But can't say that I've actually really noticed any difference.
Jamming complete.
So I'm thinking that I will be closing me fairly soon, but I can leave the server up, that's not a problem. I've even considered taking one of my missions, which is far more meagre, but it's Normandy. I've even considered putting that available to the server.
Engine's gone.
Engine's gone? What, packed up? If your engine's gone, that suggests that there's a little switch to do with the auto prop pitch, isn't there? And if you don't do that fairly soon after takeoff, you get an issue. I'm not sure if you got me then, Goose. You copy? He's probably not got his radio on yet. He's respawned, I think.
Calm check.
Yeah, check. I was just saying, I don't know if you were on radio just now, but I'm thinking that I might not be on for very long, because I was really only wanting to test something called Core from Echo 19, which I believe is an enhancement to most of the game sounds, but to be honest I haven't really noticed anything. So that's my plan, to see if there was any difference, but I wasn't really expecting to fly tonight, so I might stop fairly soon, but I can leave the server up.
Sounds good.
Major Coop, are you still there? Yeah, Goose, the other thing I was saying that you might not have caught is that I've considered also putting another mission available to this server, which I can swap between, because on the Normandy map. The reason we use Caucasus is because not everyone's got Normandy, but everyone's obviously going to have Caucasus. So that's the reason we use this, but I could put up my very meagre mission that I put together for on Normandy.
That would be good, actually.
I'll have to look into that because I've got to copy files, you know, from one place to another. So that's not a big job, but it's not something my brain's not tuned into doing very much at the moment. Hence, I might not stick around very much longer. So yeah, that's a possibility anyway. Very nice. Okay, is there anyone in desperate need for me to fly again? Beautiful, lovely sound, lovely pass, thank you.
And the engine's go.
I've got eyes on. So you lost your engine.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Well, nice gliding. Okay, I'm gonna shove off, Goose, and leave you with it. I'll leave the server up. When I see there's no one in the server, then I'll shut it down, but I'll leave it up until then.
Yeah, I might head off now.
Okay, well, take care. Catch you another night. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow night or even Sunday. I don't know what's happening at the moment, so we'll just have to see. All right, take care. Catch you again. TTFN. Right, so I'm going to close my stream. I'm going to leave the server running as long as Goose needs it, but I don't think he'll be staying. So thanks for being there. Catch you another time. I'm trying to pick up on some slightly earlier nights, so that's why I'm quitting earlier tonight. Take care. Catch you again another time. TTFN.